Reaction content has been around since the dawn of YouTube, and before YouTube, they've actually been around since the 70s and 80s, with Japanese TV creating the genre in which famous Japanese celebrities would go onto live television and often react to video clips of things like some kind of AFV or ridiculousness, but before their time. And this evolved into what is called the waipu, which, if you've ever been on YouTube and you've delved deep into clips from Japanese TV, like that T-Rex costume thing from a long while back, you might have seen this kind of content around. It was very popular in Japan and still kind of is, but I don't know if it is as much. I'm not entirely sure. Now, maybe it's because those fuckers have anime, but I'm not entirely sure. It was, as Wikipedia puts it, the equivalent to laugh tracks on American television. Where we have forced laugh tracks, Japan has a random dude in the corner laughing at everything. Could you imagine if we had that shit? Oh wait, but let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? During the early 2000s, the Scary Maze game and other pranks like it took over the internet. And this was 2006 when this happened, so it was kind of the dawn of YouTube. Anything was able to go. Jump scare pranks were everywhere, and there was a time where AFV, if I recall correctly, was full of kids getting the absolute shit scared out of them by these pranks, which are no longer seen as pranks nowadays, but people have changed and gotten used to it, so that's, that era of the internet is kind of dead. Kind of. After this, reaction videos became a staple place on YouTube, with Re-Girls and the 2 Girls 1 Cup. People reacting to that kind of thing just took over. Seriously, if you ask anyone over the age of 20 about 2 Girls 1 Cup, they will absolutely know what you're talking about, because it really took YouTube by storm back during the Wild West times of the internet. 2010 saw the first video of one of the YouTube channels that would become the biggest name in the entire reaction community as a whole, and might even be the reason for React content taking off the way that it did from this point on. The Fine Brothers. They started off strong by making kids react to, and for whatever reason, people on the internet were eager to see what it was that kids would react to. Especially if it were things that are big parts of their lives, or shitty viral videos at the time. And these absolutely took off, garnering millions of views, and I'm too lazy to use a Wayback Machine to really be able to tell you how accurate the current amount of views is to how much it had during the first week of its release. I'm sorry, I'm not great at wording these things. But if it's anything to go by, the videos have amassed well over 1 million views each, some even breaking 10 million, and some are well over 50 million, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. As expected with making this kind of content, people are gonna want more, but they're also going to get tired of the same people reacting to something new every single day, which, God, I wish that was how it is now. So they began to request something new to be thrown into the mix. Teens React was the first to be introduced, later leading into Elders React, and before I really get into it, I just have to question from the very beginning what self-respecting adult allowed their child to go with 2 random adults into a room to, quote, react to videos on and for the internet, end quote, without thinking, oh, this might be for something really fucked up. These people might be child predators. Well, I guess they do live in California. Parents there just kind of want to get famous and will do anything to have that, including exploiting their children. Anyways, so Teens React is awesome to what audience? Adults who want to see how teens react to things? Kids who don't care about what other kids think of things and they want to see what older people think of things? Or old people who want to look at teens but they have kids react, so I think that's kind of where the real focus is. Seriously though, who was it that wanted to see teens react to Twilight? 40-year-old white moms who wanted to live vicariously through people on the internet? You know what? That might be what it was. Never mind, just scratch that part. To some extent, I could understand the kids react. Kids are kids and they have unfiltered opinions because their brain hasn't fully developed and people haven't really taught them what's wrong or right necessarily. And that's fine. But then you have kids reacting to stuff like Epic Mealtime and, who's the target audience for that one other than Epic Mealtime themselves. But whether I don't quite understand the target audience for these kinds of things or not, doesn't mean there wasn't an audience for these kinds of things, and somehow there was, because otherwise they wouldn't have gained millions of views. But then they introduced YouTubers React. And at the time, I completely understood why such a thing would exist at the time that it did. Lots of YouTubers were blowing up for unique content that they made. Household names like PewDiePie, Epic Mealtime, Nigahiga, Jax Films, Smosh, Tobuscus, Joe Pina, or, Mystery Guitar Man, Captain Sparkles, iJustine, Freddie Wong, Tay Syndicate, and many, many more. If none of these names are ringing any bells, I'm sorry for your sad existence as a Dream or Twitch streamer stan. And old YouTube is great, okay? I will always stand by that. But what made YouTubers React such a great idea, and one that really worked well for the Fine Brothers, was that YouTubers at that time weren't making their own reaction content, because they were actually making real content. So many subscribers didn't have the kind of connection with their favorite YouTubers that they wanted, and didn't get to really see what kind of stuff it was that, made that person laugh. They didn't get to see the kind of person they were outside of the characters that they would portray on their channel, as well as wanting to know what kinds of things they found funny. Where they were always busy laughing at what new content was being made by their favorite YouTuber, they never really got a chance to see what made that person laugh. Now, a lot of people would probably give the whole, well, that's a parasocial thing, and I know those people are tapping away at their keyboards before finishing the video. Congrats. I know someone in the comments is going to comment on your comment, and they're going to tell you that you're a fucking idiot and you should finish it. Yes, it is very much a parasocial problem, I'm not going to deny that. But at the time, nobody gave a shit about that kind of thing, unless you went full fucking Bjork stalker on their ass or ended up at their houses. So what happened to YouTubers React? Why did the views go down and the bigger names disappear from the series as a whole? Why are the Fine Brothers making what looks like TikTok content now? The simple answer? Twitch streamers. Nah, I'm just playing with ya. This won't be a Twitch streamer hate fest. No, I would never make such a video. Only one about the soulless content creators who pretend putting in hours watching Hell's Kitchen is them somehow creating content. That's right, Twitch streamers that call themselves content creators found a way to farm views by simply just sitting down in front of their cameras, eating food, and putting on the newest episode of Hell's Kitchen. What's that? Oh, so you mean to tell me it's actually still going on? Are they just watching new stuff? Oh, so it's everything, all of it. Not even just clips, they are literally watching the whole entire thing? Like an entire episode. And nobody seems to care? I mean, I guess it's a free way to watch it, but now you've got someone's face in the whole thing. I mean, but wait, if they were happy to have a free way to watch it, why are they still donating money to them? And especially while they're watching content like this.
They're stupid.
Wait, they think this is covered by DMCA?
Yeah, they do.
What, are they fucking stupid? No. It would be covered by DMCA if they were actually reacting, but they're just sitting there eating their food and they're kind of looking at their phones. They're not really doing anything. The only reaction they give is a little chuckle. What are you saying?
Future Mace here, just wanted to say, I just now learned that entire episodes of Kitchen Nightmares are entirely available on YouTube. So, I mean, I guess there's that. They're already free to watch as is.
Oh, well, of course, clearly I'm the stupid one here. Yes, watching an entire episode of Hell's Kitchen should be entirely covered by DMCA laws. You're so smart, fellow streamer. I get that it's the Wild West on Twitch because they allowed several people to stream the massacre of innocent bystanders on their platform for what I was pretty sure was an entire week before doing anything about it. Now they allow mindless drones to sit down, eat food while playing an entire episode of a show that they did not make or do anything for. Not a YouTube video, by the way. That one is also not okay, but at least DMCA won't do shit about it. I do get that there are a lot of people who like to donate money and have their video watched by a Twitch streamer in order to have them react to it in order for them to get thousands of views. But what I find to be fucking hilarious is that oftentimes they'll just find a video on YouTube with millions of views and watch that shit while doing, nothing. They'll say nothing. Nothing of worth. Live to thousands of people who donate to them as they do fucking nothing. And I know these smug streamers, if they were to ever see this in a million years, which they won't, hopefully, will give the good old, "You're just jealous you're not making as much money as I am." Lol, you're such a pathetic no-name. Yeah, well, obviously, you clearly only care about the money. And I'm pretty well off on money. I don't really care to make my money doing nothing. Because doing nothing is boring. And my depression won't allow me to sit around without worrying about the future and how it seems like I'm just spiraling down into an infinite dark path where I will be a lazy sack of shit for the rest of my life and amount to nothing of worth to anyone or anything. But that only happens on the bad days. What I'm saying is somehow there's an audience for this kind of thing, and I've waited way too long for someone to clown on this kind of content, but at this point I don't think it'll happen. Anytime a commentary channel clowns on it, they get clowned on it back, for the fact that a lot of commentary channels are just as lazy. And yes, this is a commentary video, but this channel is far from being a commentary channel. Plus, I actually edit my videos. I don't just slap some video game footage over it. That was one time, okay? I was lazy that day. But these fucking people, these mindless drones are lazy every single day, and they really offer nothing of worth to anyone. Somehow managing to amass hundreds of thousands of live viewers by just sitting down in front of their camera, stuffing their mouth full of food, and complaining that being a streamer is hard. We run out of entertaining things to do, so we have some downtime. We gotta react to shit. If German becomes a React streamer, it'll be the end of fucking everything. Look, I'm sure someone will say that I shouldn't single out just Twitch streamers for this because YouTubers had an era of reacting to Dr. Phil or Judge Judy or whatever. But hey, guess what? That was still better than what Twitch streamers are doing now. You see, most of the YouTubers who did that would have actually made witty jokes, and they would have thrown those in with some funny editing to back it. Most of the popular streamers say one-liners every 30 minutes. And goddamn, nothing is worse than those fucking thumbnails. Anyways, for all things Twitch, gaming, and shitpost related, stay tuned right here on Zaber VI. I'll see you guys next time. Zaber out. Oh, and don't you dare bring up Etika, for fuck's sake.
I don't wanna fucking be here anymore. I'm leaving forever. If you miss me, whatever.